What's up, everybody? Today, we're going to take a look at what I feel is one of the top 5 rising stars from this last patch. The last patch that came out, the last balance patch, changed a lot of units, made a lot of units more viable. I feel like her, the Dark Panda. Actually, let's see some of the Dark Panda too, because we're going to take a look at some replays from some of the top players in Arena. I was going to show mine, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's see some better stuff. Let's see some better Tetras than mine. And let's see how people are using her to practice. I'm talking like G3 players. I'm talking about like even, I think Beat D is even practicing. There's a lot of Koreans practicing with Tetra because she is kind of taking the place of Veramos against those light paladin teams and in other situations as well. So I've seen a lot of G3 players playing around with Tetra, preparing for next season, practicing with her. They ruined her up with some of their better runes, so she's a serious RTA unit. I'm not joking. I'm not like exaggerating. It's like they're actually practicing with her. So let's take a look at, and I also want to take a look at, I saw some Dark Panda ones. We'll stick those in there as well. Maybe we can find some Dark Panda Tetra in the same battle. But anyway, let's take a look at what she does. Same as the first skill. I've actually had mine built for a while. I never use her, but, I had never used her, but I've had her built for a while. Beneficial effect removal for the first skill. Think of this like Archangels, think of this like Fairy Kings. Beneficial effect removal first skill is not bad, right? Not bad. Damage of the skill increases according to your max HP. I've seen some of these girls actually hit pretty hard. Pretty hard, so having her as a tanky unit helps. And strip first skill is just great overall, right? Air Shield removes all harmful effects on targets. Cast a shield, lasts for 3 turns. Consider this a little bit like the Jean's second skill, the Light Paladin second skill. Reusable in 3 turns, shield plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, cool time turn -1. Fairly easy to sculpt. I mean, not super easy to sculpt. There's no fusion mermaids, but easy enough to sculpt as 4-star skill ups, and you can actually use her in RTA, so it doesn't take any Devilmons, and is a nice, solid support unit. The Air Shield is, I mean, really think about it like Light Paladin's second skill, right? Then Song of the Sirens passive. This is what changed, though. Those two were still the same, but Cleanse is really nice. Shield is good. This is what changed. Reduces the time of all harmful effects except inability effects granted on all allies by 1 turn, and recovers the ally with the lowest HP by 10% of your HP every turn. This kind of reminds me of like Molly, right? Like Molly's passive, a little bit. But, well, because heals the ally with the lowest HP. And then this used to be an AoE sleep. Irresistible AoE sleep for 1 turn, though. So this is nice because, and some people were commenting that she can't get bombed now. Because every time, it works a little bit differently with the bombs. Like, for example, let's say you have defense breaks on 2 of your units that are like 1 turn defense break, right? As soon as she gets a turn, this doesn't activate until she gets a turn, right? The passive doesn't activate until she gets a turn. When she gets a turn, those 1-turn defense breaks are gone. 2-turn defense breaks, let's say there's 2-turn defense breaks. Those 2-turn defense breaks are now 1-turn defense breaks. If she procs, the defense breaks are gone. It doesn't work with inability effects, so you can't, it doesn't work with like the sleep, with like the stun, stuff like that. It does work with provoke, though. It does work with provoke. So, as soon as she gets a turn, this is why she's a hard Jean counter. If all of your allies are provoked, she gets a turn. That 2-turn provoke is down to 1 turn. And with the first skill, if she hits Jean with the first skill, Jean's invincibility, let's say Jean does her invincibility and then does provoke and then invincibility, she will just turn the 2-turn provoke into a 1-turn provoke, and then she will strip off the invincibility with her first skill anyway, and then or then if she violent procs again, the provoke is off your entire team. So Jean's kind of, this is a great counter to Jean. But it's a great counter to, man, it's a great counter to a lot of stuff. Like anything that's got like AoE defense breaks, AoE attack breaks, AoE speed breaks, things like that. Rika could potentially be a nice counter to Rika if people bring Rika in their teams, right? Because what you can do is, if your allies are stunned, you can use the Air Shield, right? From Rika's second skill. If the allies, if she procs, then she can cleanse those dots off, right? So she'll heal the, so this is also nice I didn't even think about that until I was in the middle of like that says. I was like, you know what, she's going to use Rika. So anyway, let's have Drew Bagel shut up for a second. And just a second though. And we'll see some Tetra spotlight action goodness. Okay, here we go. We see, oh, beautiful. We see Kumar too. So a lot of these people, this is just Goodwill battles that we're seeing, Goodwill replays that we're seeing. Checking out all this stuff, and Aloisio Lopez, Aloisio, is that how you say it? Aloisio. Ooh, got the stun on there. But as soon as she watch what happens. Watch what happens now. As soon as Tetra gets a turn, maybe she even violent procs. Oh. Do you see that? Do you see how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That's amazing. Yes. That's gorgeous. See, this is why people are using Tetra. This is why she's a force to be reckoned with. How gorgeous, how gorgeous. And I'm glad that we saw one with Rika too. Okay, so that is now the shield onto Ciara. Ciara's back up to full health and shielded. Still going after Ciara. How much is that shield? Because the shield is based on the level. So I'm curious to, I have to do some research to find out how much exactly that shield, or if anyone knows in the comments. I know some of you guys know how much those shields can be for that are based on character level. Because they're not, it's not based on HP. It's based on the monster's level. So does she have one more turn for the... Kind of nice to see the Kumar being used too. Kumar being usable. And also, you know what? Chiwu too. Fire Guardian Angel, but she's gonna get a turn. Look at that. Missed the bomb though, which it's fine. But Aloisio Lopez is actually a really, really solid player though. I think they were just testing this to test out the units that were buffed. Which is that's like kind of point of this video is to see the units that were buffed in action, but very, very solid. Both of them very, very solid players. Here's a nice one. This is DVR Bomber. What flag is that? I have no idea what flag that is, but hopefully we'll get to see this Gene not getting banned. Nice. In this bomb. Let's see how. Let's see if he tries to bomb the Mermaid without detonating. I mean, you kind of have to detonate if you're gonna bomb the Mermaid. You kind of have to detonate right away. But increase cooltime on Hathor. The glancing hit on actually the glancing hit on Hathor is not that bad. Glancing hit on Hathor is kind of nice. So we went for the skill 2 instead of going for the skill 1. Let's get the mountain's power. Okay, it just does nothing. We got the mountains. Oh, that mountain's power is gonna do a whole lot. So he's going to, I'm sure, cleanse the what's his face, the Hathor. So much immunity. Not a lot of DPS though. The only things that do, I mean, eventually this Mermaid will do. Well, actually, her damage is based on her HP. I was gonna say eventually she'll start doing damage, but her damage will go down and up at the same time. Because when you have damage that's based on HP, it also has, the attack power does also play a part in it. It's not just HP. So damage will both go up and up because of the attack power, and down because of the, so now the bomb is a 3-turn bomb. Ciara can still detonate, but it's a 3-turn bomb now. With the Tetra passive. So she's gonna have to detonate that. So it's gonna, again, 3-turn bomb now. So heal a little bit on her, and then a 3-turn bomb. And a sanctuary. So that did actually make a difference. That did actually. So you can see how it works with the bomb mechanics. Which is kind of nice. But if you detonate it, I mean, you still want to use that skill too, even to bomb, even if you can't detonate right away with the Ciara and RTA. So they're not like making mistakes or anything, because you still want to cycle those extra turns with Ciara. This way you get more turn cycling, you get more access to your third skill, which is something I really didn't know too much before I got Ciara. I was like, why are people bombing, like using the second skill to bomb on something that has immunity? Like, I thought it was misplays, but it's just to cycle turns more efficiently and more reliably. So that's just one of the things that I noticed after. Also, sometimes I do read the comment section, buttholes, and I do look at like what you guys are saying. I'm like, oh, you know what? That does make sense. That does make sense. Because sometimes there's I mean, half the time it's horrible things to say, but sometimes there's little gems of wisdom in there. Anyway, moving on. Okay, what do we have here? We have Beat D using Beat D. Wind Monkey King. I get the Water Monkey now, but Wind Monkey and a Gene. Okay, so let's see the Tetra versus the Gene. Beat D's always got some interesting matches. So his Tetra was Speed Tune be the fastest, but they cut in. So I wonder if it would, because it looked like it was Speed Tune be Tetra Strip, Vanessa Defense Break, and then and then potentially another defense break with the Feng Yan and a little bit of fluff damage, and then the bomb with Ciara. So that's looking like what it was intended to be. He's trying to get that attack gauge reduced with the Tetra attack gauge reduced, so he could finish off the Ciara before Tetra does her thing. Did not finish off the Ciara there, but now she gets the passive comes into play. And okay, just Wind Monkey doing one more. I don't even like the Wind Monkey though. That's the thing. So let's see this Tetra do her shenanigans. Okay, look at that. That's wonderful. Do you see how effective Tetra is going to be this season? That's going to be great. It's going to be great. Super fun times. Cry for provocation, but as soon as Tetra procs, as soon as Tetra gets a turn, it's really nothing. He's trying to keep that Tetra. Look at that. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So Tetra is actually a force to be reckoned with. Tetra is actually a usable unit in RTA this season. You know what else is usable? A ton of CC. The CC happens that the CC seems to be working really great. Wow, okay. Well, but we did see Tetra was doing good though. Despite the fact that the Tetra team lost, the Tetra was doing good. She was doing what she was supposed to do. Another one from DVR Bomber. Oh, that's supposed to say hell. I've never noticed that until now that is supposed to say hell. Okay. DVR Bomber, hell. So don't know why it took me so long. Okay. Didn't strip the threat state. Not that we were really expecting. It's not a crazy percent chance to do that anyway, but that's not gonna kill this Vanessa though. And this monkey, I think, yeah, these monkeys are being built not squishy DPS. I think you might see. Okay, let me get my thoughts out for this monkey time, for this good old monkey time. Ooh, let's see. So Reckless Assault. And it doesn't really do too much crazy damage to Molong because of that shield, because the shield absorbs some of the damage. Very nice. So I think one of the things is to how maybe if you guys are considering doing your monkey time madness. And by the way, this Fire Paladin is actually being used in high level RTA. But monkeys kind of get ruined more based on how you're going to use them. Like sometimes there'll be a squishy fast DPS monkey when you're going to go when the rest of your team is, if you're using Bastet and Ethna, or if you're using big burst damage. I'm just saying like what like things like that, right? When you're trying to go for nuke damage. But if you're trying to go for like a team like this where it's kind of tanky bruisers, this monkey's probably ruined. I mean, we saw the monkey was not ruined with high DPS, otherwise he would have done a ton more damage to Vanessa in the beginning. But it's really, the monkey's kind of flexible. He's got, I think, 98, 85 base HP. So it's not the best base HP, but it's not like Tashar. Isn't Tashar like 7,000 something? Like high 7,000 base HP? So it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. So he's kind of flexible. As far as like, and I think he's got like 630 defense, which is not bad. But like Perna's got like in the 400s. But anyway, like he's kind of flexible as how he can be ruined, and depends on what team you're going to be bringing him in with. If you're trying to nuke things, if you're trying to YOLO, trying to snipe something right off the bat, maybe build him more as at least a hybrid or as full DPS. And then if you're going to use more of a tanky bruiser style team, then maybe a tankier build for the monkey. Always fast. He should always be fast, but maybe a tankier build for the monkey for that team. You know what I mean? So this is more of a tanky team and a tanky monkey build. Here's some more Beat D goodness. I gotta get used to having him in there. I'm sorry. I gotta get used to having him in there. So you see Water Monkey versus Tetra. Two great units. Well, two units that have recently, you know, they are good now. They are good now though. But two units that have recently been buffed. That Jaeger though is going to be very nice with that Water Monkey in there, and then the Tetra is going to counter the, of course, like I've said a million times, going to counter the Gene very nicely. So as we've seen, now one turn provoke. Wow, I can't say words, guys. I can't say words. So they're going for what they presume to be the DPS units, at least. Fast. Of course, which is just standard operating procedure. Nice proc. Didn't get the strip though. Didn't get stripped. Can you get the stun? Did not get the stun. And Tetra's attack gauge is pretty low. Is that gonna be enough to? Yeah, this just stun the monkey. And he got a proc, but he was provoked, and Tetra didn't move before Jaeger. Otherwise, that would have been more optimal. And I guess the oh man, I was gonna say I guess the monkey doesn't have the second skill available yet. Tetra's so good against the light paladin. But the Tetra seems to not have the optimal attack gauge that we want here. It's gonna be a one-turn defense break. Never mind, she's gonna be dead. And perfect. That defense break is off now. How nice. I feel like Tetra's just a better option than Veramos now. Which is what we're seeing. Who's on destroy? Tetra? Damn you, Beat D. Surprise, surprise. Beat D wits with his crazy. I wonder. Did I know what runes he had on his? Like what stats he had? I'm gonna have to double check to see if I can find the stats. I do a lot of double checking. A lot of checking needs to be done. Okay, we see Molong first pick. Actually, the Wusa first pick is you don't see Wusa first pick too often now nowadays anymore in super high level because there's just so much ways to counter Wusa. So immunity first pick, not necessarily Wusa, but there's so many ways to counter immunity first pick nowadays. So let's see. So change the 2-turn defense break already. Tetra changed it by getting just a turn, even though she didn't do anything. She changed the 2-turn defense break to a 1-turn defense break already. Just trying to go for the Molong, but Tetra should move first, should shield up the Molong. And monkey kill. Monkey did not proc, but this should finish it. Yeah. Man, I want a Veligel. Man, I want a Veligel. We didn't get any. There's no defense breaks on the Molong though, so there's nothing really for Tetra to do right now. She was just there for the. That air shield is a nice combo with Molong though, with his third skill. Cleanse and the shield. I really don't give it enough credit, I guess. That just shields are nice. Yeah, because you know invincibility is nice with Molong, but shield is nice too with Molong. We're gonna start seeing Tetra this season. This wasn't the best. This wasn't the best spotlight of Tetra in all her glory, but yeah, even without Tetra's optimal situation of being against the Light Paladin, against Rika, against things like that, against like maybe even Gianna. So Gianna, if Gianna doesn't have any CR, she can't really detonate anything, right? And Tetra just can't get butt because the bomb will keep increasing in the amount of turns that it takes to detonate, and then she just, even if she's reset, like with her passive, and she just cleanse it as soon as she gets her skill 2 up again. So it's kind of nice to see Tetra in action. Very nice, very nice. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show some. I'm sorry if I upload this late. I wanted to make sure that I don't slack on getting videos out. But I just wanted to show that Tetra is a force to be reckoned with. this season. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, at least for RTA and for even some Guild Wars too. I wouldn't necessarily put her on like arena defense because it's a totally different meta, it's totally different units being used, etc., etc. It's pointless to put her on arena defense, pointless to put her on arena offense. But for RTA and Guild Wars, she's a usable unit, and she's gonna be super fun. You're gonna totally see her this next season because people are already practicing with her. People already built her. They're already practicing. They're already using her. So anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.